Hello everyone. I have a question for you. Mental retardation is the most common serious developmental disability affecting children today. What do you think is the second most common? No, it's not ADHD. It's the autism spectrum disorders. Of these, Asperger's syndrome is currently one of the fastest growing diagnoses, according to Craig J. Schumacher of Drexel University. Asperger's syndrome is the subject which I would like to talk with you about today. I frequently work with children suffering from Asperger's syndrome in the place where I volunteer. I've also been doing a bit of research which I hope to share with you today. So today I'll present you with symptoms that are common to Asperger's, as well as the biological and environmental causes of the disorder. So the problem that affects children with Asperger's in their social lives, and the treatment and support that Asperger's can receive to help overcome their disabilities. Asperger's syndrome is the developmental disorder that affects the child's ability to socialize and communicate effectively with others. Children with Asperger's typically exhibit social awkwardness and an all-absorbing interest in specific topics. So, specific symptoms common to Asperger's include poor social skills, such as displaying unusual nonverbal communication, lack of eye contact, hand gestures, an awkward stance or gait. So, also, there are a lot of statistics on that. So, another thing that is common with Asperger's is they have an obsession with one or two specific narrow topics, such as relating everything to comic books or video games. They have a hard time understanding other people and empathizing with their feelings and what they're experiencing in life. Their speaking patterns are often irregular, monotone, or they speak very rapidly. So they tend to move about, or when they move, they tend to be a little bit clumsy as well. It's important to know that Asperger's syndrome does not affect their intelligence. Generally, they have average intelligence. It only seems to affect their social understanding, social awareness. So what causes these symptoms? Unfortunately, there's no known cause for autism. According to Dr. Paul Orfit of Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, there appears to be a complex interaction of biological and environmental factors. Hereditary is the biggest factor, so resulting in approximately 90% of the correlation for developing Asperger's. Well, there seems to be some environmental causes that occur within the first 8 weeks of development, including certain diseases and harmful chemicals. So, now let's look at some of the problems that these children face. Contrary to most autistic disorders, the Asperger's syndrome people are not withdrawn. Instead, they generally seek other people out to engage them in a long-winded, one-sided conversation where they're doing all the talking on the topic that they tend to enjoy and relate everything to the most. Children with Asperger's syndrome are often shunned by their other students who don't understand why this child is acting so awkwardly, which isolates them and makes them easy prey for bullies. Because of this, Asperger's children are very prone to anxiety and depression because they're aware of their deficiencies, but they don't have the social understanding to overcome their problems on their own. So, although with help, some children are able to overcome their disabilities and even be classified as normal when they enter adulthood. To do this, there are a couple of things that can be done. One, communication and social skills training are effective in teaching social skills through rote memorization and allow the children with Asperger's to interpret normal body language. So, another thing that's effective is cognitive behavioral therapy, which can teach them to work on their problem behaviors, such as their obsession with a specific topic or outbursts, as well as allowing them to recognize trouble situations. There are currently no medications that cure Asperger's disease. However, some medications do help relieve other symptoms such as the depression and anxiety that often correspond with Asperger's. Acceptance can cure many of the emotional woes that children suffer and allow the child to feel accepted and worthwhile. So with everything that's been said, what does this leave us with? Asperger's syndrome is a disorder that affects the social intelligence of the sufferer. So even though the cause and treatment is still unclear, there is hope for children with Asperger's syndrome through therapy and caring. There's a need for awareness that through awareness they can have their needs met at an early age so that they will have the best start and the best path through life that they can have. There have been many famous people with Asperger's who have contributed greatly to the world. People such as Andy Warhol or Albert Einstein, Henry Ford, Bill Gates. If these people can succeed in so many areas, then we can know that the children that we are working with can succeed with little help. So I hope you all have a better understanding of what Asperger's is and how the mind of a child works, and thank you all.